Hi, my name is Jessica. I play Megan.
Hi, this is Cara Buono, and I play Faye Miller.
So this is episode 11, Chinese Wall.
Yes.
Cara?
Episode 11, this is Chinese Wall after...
After
yes, here
a
we
lot of
are.
stuff
So we're
happens.
in a room together. This is very... we get to actually... I feel like we're on a reality show and we can actually say what's on our mind.
I know, exactly. The claws can come out, finally. Cara, what is a Chinese Wall?
A Chinese Wall is a code of conduct in business where you can't tell a competing party information that would jeopardize your status with if you're already employed by somebody else.
Nice.
You gotta get up.
It's a figure of speech.
All I want to say is I did not plan this.
Nobody talk. I'm really stoned. Sorry.
You weigh like a pound. Relax. I see you went in.
I like the water.
Can I quote you on that?
So Chinese Wall, I had said that to Dawn when we first are shown in bed after we've had an afternoon delight. And he asked me for some information about another company, and I say to him, do you know what a Chinese Wall is?
That's a good, also, I mean, I like the metaphor, of course, for this show is that we think that there are public and private sides of ourselves that we can keep a barrier between those two.
Your shoulders. You look like you're in the Olympics.
You never stop talking.
It's easier said than done. I love when he tells her that her shoulders, she looks like she's in the Olympics.
That's a great line.
I know.
Trudy keeps apologizing in the back seat, and we're saying it's okay, nobody cares. You're having a baby.
Meanwhile, Campbell's on the back nine with his father-in-law, who's also a client.
Well, that's a nice way to end a round.
Ken Cosgrove, don't get up.
John Flory.
How much did you love your fittings with Janie?
Oh God, she's great. I mean, I don't know if have you read her book?
I did. I got her book, The Fashion File.
And it's so great
out and get it.
that it's it really does give you a sense of what it's like to be in her fitting room, because she does encourage you to celebrate the positive things about your body and forget about the negative, and it feels like that in her fitting room.
Yeah, she's so enthusiastic, and I just looked forward to them so much because I just knew there were, just to surrender yourself to her creativity and know that everything was going to look great, and there were so many options that, sometimes there'd be 4 or 5 options, and I'd wonder what was going to show up that day.
Yeah,
and I'd be like,
exactly.
oh, I hope it's this one, but if it's that one, it'd be great. And her. I know with my character, she was all about geometric shapes and things being kind of having hard angles and being very sharp and sometimes boxy, which I have to say, even on the slimmest figure, is not the most flattering thing. But that was the style for at least professional, for
Whenever ad men meet all the
someone
dudes
at
bragging
my
about
character's
it,
level being
hard not to be
professional
rattled.
versus, someone
Ed, Lillian,
in
you
there.
have to excuse me.
I don't know, like you got to
Sweetheart,
wear
I
like
swear to you, I
more
wouldn't do this
fitted.
if it wasn't serious.
Yeah,
dressy
well,
things.
she did want to keep Megan youthful and
Yeah.
a little bit more, there's more solid colors
What a
and.
pleasant surprise. There's nothing much to say.
I loved wearing the undergarments.
Cara Buono loves underwear.
Premature.
I really got used to a girdle. I kind of miss wearing a girdle in my
Yeah.
daily life.
John Flory.
Well,
Some prick
I don't
over
know that I would
BBDO
go with
told
you
me
there,
that
but
he's going there.
I will say they're much more
What?
flattering than Spanx.
You made me wait for you while you worked.
Speaking of underwear,
Now this was an interesting scene because it starts out, we originally were walking down the hall, and then we were kind of like having a really good time, and it was sort of toned down to be a little bit more
No.
serious
Ken heard
before
from
this
somebody at
started.
BBDO that Lucky's coming over.
Bullshit. Call Roger.
I did. He's out.
I love this pink dress
Wait, Cooper.
yeah,
so much.
it looks amazing on you. I like this beginning of the scene too, and she says, "Of course, you have to answer the phone. It might be the kids."
Well, that was interesting because it kept, I
What's going on?
was sort of, how should it come out that I didn't want it to be so like, oh, it's here we go with the
told you
kids
that?
again. Because I don't
Ford.
think that,
He's an account executive.
even though
at
Faye
BBDO.
may not have been
That's
so
where we're
great
going.
with Sally,
Call him.
I think there's this idea that she's so terrible with children. And I just think there's a difference between being, not so great with kids versus, not being maternal or not being a good mother. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that correct me if I'm wrong, but I always got the sense that Faye has a parenting theory rather than really relying on like a sort of more maternal instinct. Like she has a psychological theory on parenting, and
Lee.
I guess,
Roger
yeah.
Sterling.
I
I
think,
mean, I know parents like
agency?
that, so I wonder.
yeah, I think that
Well, it's serious.
I never really, it wasn't really something I thought I had to think about as a character so much because she was really focused on
damn
her
right I
career.
heard.
But I think that
Because you can consolidate your business here.
people, like I always said that I think she'd be a really
Just because
good
your
mom
father's
to Sally as a
non-compost meant, it
teenager,
doesn't mean you have to listen to the board.
For sure.
and
It's bullshit.
you
Lee,
know, who knows?
30 years? I have to.
I think when you're also when you're dating
Nothing.
someone with kids, it's an adjustment because you realize that there is a place for you in their life where it's very clear, like you're not first, like you are going to be.
And I remember Vincent was calling him Matthew. So Matt was saying, she's really bad with kids. Like when I had this line with Sally, like, hi, I had to tell her my name. Hi, my name is Faye. And I remember saying, no, like sound like you're talking to an alien or give a really bad line reading. And it was very hard to do because I didn't want to come across as, bad acting or just, and then it was hard to give into that as being, it's, I think it's sort of accepted that not being good with kids is sort of an unattractive quality in a woman.
Midnight.
Well, I mean, in the era as well.
Yeah.
You want one?
Well, even today, I think that's still.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
No matter what.
I find it interesting to see how people react to Betty in that way. That they
Yes.
find her such a horrible person because she's so terrible to the kids.
It looks like Lucky Strike might have gone south.
Just,
Holy crap.
I love that you say "holy crap." It
I know.
seems like such a
I
modern
swear.
thing to
I say "holy crap." I say "go shit in the ocean." I love that I got to swear as much as AMC would allow me to, because I always feel like Faye would, probably who knows
Hey,
what she would
You have to keep it
swear words she would come up with.
Every day I tried not to think about what would happen if this happened.
Oh, look at that punum.
What's that?
I love that I use the Yiddish word "punum" for face. I just think
You're the
it just
most
reveals
powerful
something
man.
about Faye and her background
I'm
and
not at that point yet.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, Judy, her mother's got her all worked up.
She made such a stink, and that thing's at least another day away.
Oh, can I see her?
Have you been drinking? You need to calm down. I was at a ball game when Trudy was born.
Faye's relationship
Go
with
about your
John.
business.
I thought it was really interesting how it evolved because I had no idea that it was ever going to get romantic. I mean, I'm sure you didn't either, but I always just thought that she really respects him. Obviously, from the first episode, she really says, she says she really admires his work. She knows who he is, and she was very career focused. And I
Problem. It's about business.
always found it interesting how she came to. I think she
We may
genuinely
have lost Lucky Strike.
cares about him and does end up
I'm sure this agency was
falling in love with
but you had
him.
your folly.
But I always imagined her as someone who
I haven't
it would take
stayed
a
at
while
the
for her to
company
open up
20 years
and
because I love it.
and
Because I have a
not
family
really
any minute here
reveal
now,
it.
too.
There's still.
But I always thought it was interesting when she accepted the first date was when she broke up with her boyfriend, and I always considered it like,
You're a freak.
I just broke up with that guy. I'm on the rebound. This is good timing. He's he's progressed in a more
moved Clearasil over there.
Ted Shaw. I hate him.
He's a good
responsible
guy.
way
He's
in
not
the way
interested in
he's
me.
asked her
just
out.
trying to hobble Dawn.
So I think she really grew to love him and care about him, and she's
I have an agency. I'm a partner.
I do. In watching this episode again too, you really get the sense that
Can I see her?
No.
they're equals in a way that he hasn't had, like, I mean, for lack of a better expression, an adult relationship.
Yeah,
almost,
no, it's
you know?
it's interesting because I think that she's really his first girlfriend. She's not a mistress, and I think that's important, and that they are equals and
I'll see you then.
that is different for Don Draper, and
Want me to go?
she gets to see him
I want
at
you
his
to do
most
whatever
vulnerable,
you usually do.
hitting bottom and all of that. And I am interested to talk to you about this, in terms of the topic that's really interested me about really opening up and revealing oneself to somebody and being who you are with all of your history and baggage versus becoming somebody new and then meeting someone who just knows you for that.
Yeah.
And like, who's to say what is the best way, the best person, the best way to be with somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, as actors, we all,
I'm sorry.
come from somewhere and, or maybe reinventing ourselves from how we started out to where we came from,
No, absolutely. I have no actual personality, so I love playing a part. No, I mean, I was thinking about this as well. That
I see.
that with Faye, she knows his secret, and yet she still loves him and still respects him and empathizes, in fact.
I remember Matt said to me, when he tells me the secret, this isn't the worst thing you've heard.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is not the worst thing I've heard in my practice as a psychologist or in my life, because there's some hint as to what my dad does in some shady kind of background. So we never really know what the backgrounds of the characters are so much. And I thought, if this is not the worst thing I've heard, what are some of the terrible things I've heard if I'm not shocked? And I'm like, we'll get a lawyer, we'll fix this. And I just think, I just always imagine she came from some terrible background and also has this facade of who she is, this more sophisticated together person. I mean, that's sort of what I kind of made up in my head. It might be completely wrong, I don't know. But just the little hints that he gives us for our characters. I mean, with your character, you're an artist and you hint that you want to, you want to do what Peggy does and
Which most of which comes out in this
After
episode.
30 years of consummate service,
But yeah, that she
to consolidate
that she knows that about him, that she accepts it, and not only that she accepts it, that she empathizes with him, that she can see why he would have done such a thing, and feels horrible that he's been tortured about it for so many years, and that but she's also, I mean, not demanding, not high maintenance in that sense, but she expects a certain level of,
Those are the only calls
I guess,
made with this news.
good behavior from him.
We've had a pretty good year. We've gained more accounts than we've lost, a lot more, because our work is thoughtful and effective. Even Lucky Strike said so. Which means that nothing should change. Nothing will change. We're gonna push ourselves shoulder to shoulder, and we're gonna overcome this and succeed tenfold, and it will be exhilarating. Joe?
As Don said, nothing is going to change. Small modification in policy. Anything out of the ordinary must be approved by
But
myself,
Faye has really high self-esteem, and she does expect, she has high standards.
She has high
for him.
standards, yes.
And I think it's interesting that Megan is just kind of like, yeah, whatever, you're great. I like you like this. You're good.
It's interesting though, because who knows where that could lead or what's, that can go in so many different directions.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's like that when you're 25, but
Yeah. Yeah. There is an element of being 25 versus 35,
Exactly.
and like having lived and had different experiences. And
Peggy, ready? Danny?
look how beautiful you look in that yellow dress. That is just a stunning, stunning dress.
Thank you. I know, I love that dress.
We could talk about how we both had to cut our waist-length hair. To
That's
shoulder
true.
length. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was the first
That was
day.
the first day we met.
Yeah.
We
started the same
We started
day,
the
right?
same episode, and we both had hair down to our waists, and we both cut our hair to our chins.
Yes.
That was fun.
Which for me was very exciting, but yeah, I mean, my hair
That means
let's be honest, it needed a trim anyways. And, but you had this amazing, long, blonde, beautiful, luscious hair, and you were like, but how many episodes am I going to do?
Well, I just thought that
So what about it then?
we have this funny joke with Matt that I wanted to get my hair cut in not at 5 o'clock in the morning on the set versus
Yeah,
going.
you're
to
so
set.
demanding, Kara. It's weird.
Peggy,
You're such a diva.
you're not worried.
I know my style sense is always at its peak at 5 a.m.
Should I be worried?
We don't even know how bad this is going to be until Lane shows up.
Every time something good happens, something bad happens.
I love that line.
So do I.
You're not
I mean,
paying
it's
for
just
anything.
sort of, it's in a way sums up
counting on you.
Peggy's history on the show, that she's got this, you know, she was promoted to copywriter in season 1, and then she finds out she's pregnant, and it's such a, I mean, she's Catholic, I think, right? Her family's Catholic?
Yes, she's Catholic.
And it's such a good Catholic guilt moment.
Yes, it's true.
Because when you are raised like that, even if you don't subscribe necessarily, it's hard to shake it.
I feel so guilty.
It's not your fault.
John is so great in this episode, too. He's so...
I need you to come down here.
He's
I'm not flying.
John
you
Slattery
wrong.
is just
When do you get back?
amazing to watch.
He is, and he's just,
What are you
this
talking
episode,
about?
he's
Mr.
just...
Cooper said he spoke with you.
Roger Sterling is so petulant and so churlish,
Roger,
and
get on a plane.
he's still...
You're very persuasive.
He's so likable. And she says he's so persuasive in person. She would know.
To give me a month and the bastard couldn't keep to it.
You knew about it? I can't believe you. We could have done something.
Don't yell at me. You know what it's been like walking around with this? I got a hole in my gut.
What am I supposed to do with this information?
I'm sorry, but I need you to know why I need to see you.
You should have told me.
What?
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know if you'll know the answer to this, but why do you think Roger Sterling, why does he pretend that he hasn't known? I mean, would it really make things worse?
I have to work. I'm at the Statler. I have to stay away from Midtown.
I
I'll have
think,
to see.
I guess right, because Lucky Strike did say there was no chance
Setup is good.
to resolve
Don
it.
always has these little
Yeah,
examples.
Lee Garner Jr. gives him 30 days or something, which obviously they haven't really, or maybe they have held to. I'm not sure if this is before the deadline. He doesn't seem to be expecting it in the beginning.
We have donuts.
Man always gets his choice of the last
But I
meal.
also, you know,
Pete Campbell just said to me, he
except
said,
for a
if anybody
few
sends a
phone
resume,
calls
I
at the
give
end
them
of the episode where he learns about it, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the episode right before this, but
Protect a woman's hands.
I might be
So
mistaken.
they're
But
soft
anyways,
enough to
he makes a few phone calls,
Things a woman wants to touch.
but other than that, we don't really see him do anything about it.
The exciting things she wants to feel with her fingertips. His lips. The tuft of hair on his chest. The small of his back.
I can't imagine Don saying that.
I love seeing Peggy being
I have a
sexy.
delivery for Peggy Olson.
What?
Are you Peggy Olson? It's COD.
Let me get my purse. Go ahead without me. I'm going to take care of this and then.
This really is one of the
Am I
best
wrong, or
shows
is he
to
giving
be
it off?
an actress on.
It's the last days of
You know,
Definitely.
It really gets into the minds and psyches of women, and there's so many wonderful things to play. And even the small roles, you know, when there's just a couple of lines, they're always so rich.
Yeah, absolutely. And the dynamic between like men and women that is always there, no matter what the subject of the
They're
scene.
afraid we won't be here.
It's always complex and
Bad
interesting.
news from
Yeah.
London.
Pete, wake up.
Lane thinks our billings are probably around 22 million without Lucky, but he has to look at everything in person.
When's he coming?
As soon as he can.
David Montgomery's memorial is tomorrow afternoon.
In case we need cheering up.
The man was senior vice president of accounts at the number 4 agency. There's going to be a lot of vulnerable clients in attendance.
I think Roger knew him.
Sorry to interrupt. It's Al Weaver from
That always made me think of when people would read the New York Times obituaries
want me
for
on the call?
real estate listings.
For apartments, I've heard about this kind of thing.
No. Al, how are you?
Hello, Don. I'm glad I could reach you. I just wanted to let you know we appreciate everything you've done for us, but we've decided to take the account in a different direction.
All right, Al.
I want you to know it wasn't an easy decision.
Now, can I talk?
Sure.
I don't think you understand what's happened here, and I'm not talking about losing Lucky Strike.
Lucky Strike didn't enter into it.
Really? So that has nothing to do with this?
Don, it's a simple coincidence that it happens now.
Okay, you're right. It is bad timing.
How can you blame us for wanting to move on?
Because that commercial, that little cowboy kid, was the first successful strategy.
I think what's so interesting is that the Clio Award in the bottom left corner there.
With work we did for you, with your
And so
direction.
here the company's falling apart, and then there's the award. And I think that's
I'm coming out there.
so interesting to have that placement there. And then you have the alcohol in the back,
Yeah.
sort of the threat, or sort of the
You know we're gonna want
the
another
two
soon.
gods in a sense, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't worry.
There was a lot of discussion about the placement of that Clio
Okay,
in this scene
goodbye.
because of this. What was that?
Nothing.
Do you want ice?
No, but I need a favor. Make sure I don't overdo it.
Okay. How do I, it's hard to tell with you.
Stop me at 3. This is 1.
Nice job. Nice job to give your secretary.
The doctor says they never let the labor go
Make
past
me
2
not
months.
drink so
What
much.
exactly is the problem?
Apparently, Trudy's pelvis is too small and the baby's shoulders can't get through.
They should cut it out.
They don't like to start there.
Go to the hospital. There's nothing to do here. It's obviously what matters to you.
What?
I don't know what the hell you said to them this morning. So, Joan, that puts us at what?
I like that.
Million change?
I mean, you know,
You
this
doubting
whole
Providence?
All you had to do was
this whole
tell me everything was
episode,
fine.
You think that
is
call's easy to
Pete's
make?
I think you're
wife
distracted.
Trudy is in
Because
the
of that, I think
hospital,
you scared the shit out of me.
possibly giving birth, and
Who
it's
do you think
really
you're talking to?
it's a huge crisis going on at work for him. But I think it's. I mean, I think it's a bit alarming that he wouldn't be at the hospital for the birth of his child. But I guess that was sort of par for the course at that time. I mean, I think when I was born, my dad wasn't allowed in the delivery room. Also, I'm not sure about that actually. Now that I'm saying that.
Don't blow a gasket.
Right, I think
He called looking for me, and my secretary told him where I was.
he was there and then he left.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think typically they were in the delivery room as
No.
they are today.
The man of the hour.
Yeah, they didn't
Ted,
go to the in the
consider
delivery
if you
room
stop
back then.
by.
I wish the baby was here already, but I'm sure everyone feels that way.
Good news is always worth waiting for.
Well, Jeannie, remember, don't let your vanity get the best of you. There is nothing wrong with being called grandma.
Oh.
Ted Cha.
It's a rattle. You can get it engraved. All will be sent me one when my son was born.
Thank you. What do you want, Ted?
No, this is about what you want. I mean, hell, you're about to have
The
everything.
scene, I mean, you know, Vinny's, I mean,
Your
Pete's
father-in-law
just got
never stopped talking
such
about you, and he doesn't know the half of
crap
it.
from Dawn at the office right before this. And then, you know, he gets this amazing offer from Ted Cha.
Fillmore Auto, Bird's
And you'd
Eye,
really think
Pond.
that he might
I didn't
consider
go
it
that
a bit more.
Pete, as far as I'm concerned, it's
Um,
missing from CGC.
But
Jim Cutler's due to retire.
I don't know. I mean, you
Campbell
definitely see
Whitney, Shaw?
Pete's
How's my drink
loyalty to the company despite the
Wouldn't
fact
you
that
want your
he's
name first?
I'm open to it if we're having that discussion.
often blamed.
You'll have a full voting third.
I know Pete
I'm
takes a
not
lot
Don.
of crap,
It's not the Wild West.
but you know
We just
he's
got Alfa Romeo, little Italian sports car. I don't know if
he
you've heard
is
of it.
loyal
I think you'll
to
really enjoy driving one.
Don and the
I
company.
don't
and
drive.
I'll teach you. Tom, Jeannie, remember my offer still stands. If you want a hotel room, I can get you one across the street.
This is such a beautiful scene, these two.
Roger, I let you come over because you said you needed to talk. We can talk.
Johnny, I need you.
Stop it, or we can talk on the phone.
So, what you sleeping now?
What do you want? I'm exhausted.
I waited for you at the hotel. Why didn't you come? Are you mad at me?
No, but Roger, I can't do this anymore.
You always say that. Then you come back to me because we belong together.
Don't do that.
I need you right now.
Because I'm a port in a storm.
No, because I feel like shit and you care about me.
I'm not a solution to your problems. I'm another problem.
Are you serious?
I can't do this anymore.
You'll change your mind. You'll see.
I like that in this scene,
I just can't do this anymore.
the dialogue. I mean, what she's saying is variations on "I can't do this," and yet, they go through the whole arc of,
Yes,
fighting
yes.
it and ending up at acceptance. And she's so, she's so beautiful despite the fact that she's not dressed up and she's not her usual
Yes, she's
vampy self.
gorgeous.
She's very simple in this moment. And
That is just such a beautiful scene, and they're dynamic. I mean, I know they're really.
So that now we got mugged. That was the last time. I wish I'd known that.
I don't know what it is about the cocked hat, but I'm just like, it's heartbreaking. But putting on his hat as he walks out the door.
She's so interesting because her performance. I know she does care for him and love him, but I almost feel like she doesn't.
God, I think this place would be packed.
She really does. She really does love her husband. And
There's only so much we can pretend like we're doing.
Are you okay?
You want something?
I'd rather eat, but that's me.
I'm won over for the day.
See that? I kissed you and it got quiet. How'd it go?
It was miserable. Clients are running scared. I'm used to having my ideas rejected, not me. How do you do it?
My job is to present facts. If they're unhappy with the agency, it's not my problem.
I remember when we did the scene, and
Clients are always unhappy.
we stayed in that embrace during that part, which
Are you
was
kidding?
No.
was very
Why? I'm drowning here.
specific direction,
You
and
know
it's
I
so
can't
clear
do
that Don's
If the client is
character's
unhappy, they're unhappy. There's
his
nothing
mind's so
against
elsewhere.
telling them to have dinner with me, or if you don't want to, tell me who they are. I'll call them out of the blue.
I can't do that.
Sure you can. Who'll know?
The standard of ethics in this business is low enough. And God knows I've done some things I'm not proud of, but those other agencies pay me.
What about protecting the clients?
So I'm gonna kill my business to save yours?
It's not your business. It's Atherton's. This is different. This is everything to me.
I don't believe this. You want a shoulder to cry on, fine. You want to throw me to the wolves so you can save your neck, forget it.
I would do it for you.
I would never ask.
Would not.
I would never use you like that.
I love how
Yeah,
the
would you
scene-
do it? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not.
Office.
I mean, I love how he just completely refuses to see her side of things there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, he loses this. He loses Don Draper. He loses his-
absolutely.
who he is, and
You need to relax.
Oh, I can't do this drunk.
I know a technique that can really take the nerves away. I learned it from a yogi.
trying to remember when we shot that scene. And
Show me.
Close your eyes.
there were so many different levels of
Fill your lungs.
responding to him in a bigger way or a more subtle way, and
Sit in a cool stream right
and
Hey,
I think we had to really think it was the end. It was going to be that was the breakup, and that was
Stan, no.
it for Faye. That she was just
Stan,
he just crossed the line of.
I saw you with the
her-
delivery boy.
well, it's brutal for her because she's worked so hard. She's fought so hard to be a respected professional in a man's world, and
why do you keep
then he
thinking
asks her to basically
I was trying to do you a favor.
sacrifice all of the integrity she's worked so hard to work.
It's interesting though too, because like he asks Pete to do things, and like with his father-in-law. So and it's I think clearly she has more to risk because she is a woman in a man's world. But I wonder if it's just all fair game to him. It's like whatever I need to get done, whoever I need to do, whatever I need to do to just
Didn't get any worse.
not lose.
He said they were terrified about the British banning cigarette ads from TV, and they need to cut costs. Maybe it's a good time to get out of this business.
That's crap. Sales were up 10%.
You do what you can do.
David Montgomery's memorial is in 40 minutes at the River Club.
David Montgomery died? Well, here's your silver lining. Who the hell wants to go to that?
We're trying to get new accounts.
Remember how to do that?
You want a dog pile on me? Saving that account was impossible.
Because you ignored it. One damn account and you ignored it.
You don't know what you're talking about. Pete, explain it to him.
You squeezed me off of it, Roger. You wanted it all to yourself.
He would have never let this happen. But you do what you can do, which is nothing.
Hey, you're the one who dragged me into your amateur hour. I was perfectly happy where I was. And why did I do it? Out of friendship. But now that the account's gone, I guess that went with it. Get out of here, all of you. Go chase a hearse.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Campbell, your father-in-law called. Your wife and your daughter resting comfortably.
Oh, just now?
Yes, it happened. You got a baby girl.
Congratulations.
So dour. I mean, again, it's just, putting into context how not as the birth of his child is not as big an event as going to this memorial service to poach clients.
Lee Garner Jr. never took you seriously because you never took yourself seriously.
Are you ready?
No hard feelings?
None at all. Everything good?
Absolutely.
And so I think about that night, staring out the window of that Detroit hotel room, knowing we were going home with Buick, and saying to David, is this the best thing we're ever going to do? Lynn, it was your 5th birthday. And the next day when we were in the airport, he showed me this pendant he bought the day before downtown. And as he closed the box, he said, Crosby, that's the best thing I'll ever do. I know it's hard, but Dave loved you more than anything, sweetheart.
That's Stu Carlsbad from Ralston Purina. He's always ripe. We have dog food experience.
I got him.
I don't know how prepared I am, but Dave was
It's a scene in the
always a fan of
memorial
waiting.
as well.
Beth, his beautiful wife.
Sort of
You were there before he made part.
reminds us how much they admin or the professional men in general of that time just weren't home and
True story.
were never
We'd been in London for 3 months
that
trying to nail down British
big a part of, or by generalizing obviously, but that big a part of their family's lives. And
once a week.
and
Me to Portobello Road.
all these stories are about the guy being on business trips and he was thinking about his family, but he wasn't with them. And I think at this point in the series, it's heavy on Dawn's mind.
To protect a woman's hands. Through her fingertips, she can dry the tears of a child or feel the warmth of her husband's skin. Playtex protects a woman's touch.
It's very romantic, I have to admit. When you first brought it up, I didn't think that was possible for latex gloves.
These images are about the moments after the housework is over.
It's so lewd. It's so funny. That actor does such a great job of it. It's so gross, but
yeah,
he's being so polite about it.
Well, I feel pretty good.
Very
about this.
confusing. For
Peggy,
poor
our
Peggy.
pleasure.
We're thrilled to get this in the first try. I'm gonna let you get back to the hotel, and then steaks and a show.
That went well?
You have lipstick all over your teeth.
What?
Another battle.
Why are you still here?
I didn't know if I should leave or not. How's the funeral?
We'll see. Give me the campaign briefs on Ken's accounts.
How was the funeral?
and,
We'll
then
see.
you can go.
I know.
And send Peggy in.
Miss Olson's gone for the night, but if you need help.
Did you do that?
I thought in the end you wouldn't want to throw it away.
You're wrong.
That commercial was great, and nothing they can do can change that.
I'll take those. Thank you. You can go.
You sure you don't want some help?
This is a little complicated.
That's okay.
A lot
of
of people have asked me whether or not in this scene,
First of all,
Megan is conniving or she's planned this in any way.
Secondly,
And
I think I'd like eventually.
I mean, Matt, Matt and I talked about it, and he said he didn't want it to feel calculated, that it wasn't, it's not
Unless you'd rather be alone. I don't want to be.
something that she's doing to try to get anywhere or get anything. But I do think it's pretty sneaky that she closes the door. I think that
This is a strategy statement.
she knows that he
More auto parts.
needs something at this point, that
Copywriters stray
he's
from these midstreams.
been
They have a bad idea.
sort of,
We can't take that chance now.
I guess, run down by all of the stuff that's been happening at work this week.
So do you feel like it's your professional obligation, or do you feel like there was
I know it's a floor wax, but
it evolved into something that became this sexual thing? Like, how did it play out for you in terms of
Where are you from?
this dynamic and how this
Why'd you move?
Well,
happened?
like I said, I don't think that she planned to go in and seduce him, for instance. I think that, she's well aware that she's this, sort of younger, she's his secretary, she's in a subservient position, and she's not unaware of her wiles. But I don't know that, when she says this, when she says, "You're in my head all day," I think it's something that if you've ever worked as somebody's assistant, which I did for a while, you do actually get into this thing where you're anticipating their every thought. You're trying to
I'm the same way.
be sort of like the support in their life, just and anticipate every desire. And I mean,
How many is that?
and actually every desire in this case,
so to speak?
yeah. But so it is.
I know you take milk in your coffee.
Exactly.
You like your ice.
Yeah.
3 ice cubes, and now.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know that.
And I mean, I think that there is a certain amount of devotion. Like, she's devoted to her job, and he is her job, and she's definitely looks up to him, definitely respects him very much, and admires him, and wants to do, as she said, what he does at some point.
But I think it's also interesting. Is this where you say, "I'm not going to run out of here crying"? Knowing about. I can't make. He says I can't
make any mistakes right now.
Let's be clear. I'm not gonna run out of here crying tomorrow.
So there must have been some
I want you right now.
water cooler talk about, Allison.
Yeah.
From that episode 4, where, everyone goes, "Why was she crying?" And
Sure. But I also think that's, I think it's true. Like, I think for Megan, like, this is what it is, and it's not gonna ruin our work together, or
I wonder if that's like a commentary on sort of the, upcoming evolution of the sort of the latter part of the 60s into the 70s, where we think of free love and, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with kind of mentality. Sort of that she is I don't know, maybe is not representing that, but in a way to me it seems kind of
she
that
is,
way.
I
It's
mean-
more, free flowing, kind of not thinking of, the now and just not thinking
Right,
of
and
the
as we were discussing
consequences.
earlier, I think it's also one of the things that really attracts him to her, that she accepts him for what he is, and that she's able to just say, be in the moment and be open and accepting and okay with things like this.
Right, right.
Have you read the book? There is one out. There's a copy of Sterling's Gold.
I did not.
Yeah. I haven't read it, but it's my understanding that it's a collection of Roger Sterling's best lines on the show. I'm so proud of you.
There's so much heartbreak in that,
Mm-hmm.
in his eyes.
You should go first. Actually, I should go first.
Do you want to grab a bite?
I want you to go home. And I want
Don
you to
always
sleep,
likes to
and I don't want you drinking.
see if his lovers want to eat something. I think Allison didn't she say, do you want to get something to eat? I might be wrong about that. That's nice. He wants to get some food.
He wants to feed skinny rolls. I liked doing this part of the
You want to
scene.
go first?
Good night, Mr. Draper. Because I think it was, a really fun moment for both of them. Like, I think they had a good time. Like, I think they had some good, enjoyable sex, which is always nice. And there was something really warm and intimate about that.
This is, I think, the first time I've worn a dress since the date. It wasn't a suit. So here, it's supposed to seem like I've come there to write a breakup letter and break up with him, and I remember the scene was really hard for me to do, just because, stepping outside of it, knowing hard for me to comprehend that Faye would do this.
Was it easier for you when you saw how amazing you looked? Because you look amazing.
So sweet, thank you. But,
I mean, come on. It's ridiculous.
The lighting is genius.
Oh, yeah, it's the lighting. I mean,
They're Ketchum McLeod and the rest.
So I remember talking to the director about this, and it was almost hard for me to say the lines because I almost didn't want Faye to do it. I wanted Faye to almost kind of go away, she wouldn't do this. She wouldn't, betray her morals. And I remember saying, she goes, you're in love with him. What do you do when you're in love with someone? You'll help them, you'll save them. And it's so clear that she's fallen in love with him here without saying it. And that, I'm just playing a character, but I remember just thinking, it was difficult. And I remember also when he came in, I thought, should I sort of take a moment and go, something seems amiss? And he said, no, we don't want to tip your hat at all. It's just,
no, it's also
don't-
so much more heartbreaking that way,
Yeah.
that she's come to sort of.
I also love the line vinegar, sauces, and beans.
I know.
It's so part of everyday life, just commonplace, mundane foods, sauces, vinegar, beans.
I know,
This is-
plus Heinz ketchup. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think, so that she's come here to put her professional integrity aside for her relationship after
and he
he's
knows
just slept
so
with
heartbreaking.
Megan.
I mean, yes, and he knows this, and he also knows I also wonder just sort of if Don almost lost a little respect for her by doing that, almost as if he'd have more respect for her if she just disappeared and never, or just didn't do that in a way, because even though it shows that she loves him and she wanted to do it. Probably one of the things that attracted him to her was that she was strong and she did have morals and she wasn't going to, break the Chinese wall. And I wondered if you know how like even if someone you love does something, even if it's for you, you kind of go, oh, you know, I don't know. All these things the show brings up. So I always still love talking about all the different
absolutely
themes that come up, and
there is a lot to talk about. Although I have to say, I always feel like it's such a window into the person who's discussing
Yes,
it.
it's true. If they've grown up in the 60s and then they have a very different reaction to it, or if they're
sure, their take on everything. And I think, in a lot of ways, specifically like Faye's relationship and Megan's relationship with Don, I think it says a lot more about the person who's talking.
That's true. That's true. It can be very revealing.
Well, there you go. Fagin out.
I know, right? We came up with Fagin. Like when they do the names for the celebrity couples.
We're Faye and Megan. Fagin.